Uh, Robert Regan. He goes by JR. He is a Michigan State Republican, and he's running. He wants to win. He wants to be in the Senate, basically,
Oh,
and
he's running from the law.
he should. He
He's
should.
running.
He should.
That's what I'm telling you.
He really should be running after making this public statement. He said that if a woman, but let me use his words. He said if daughters, talking about daughters, he said daughters, if daughters are going to be, I have to edit that part out. If daughters are going to be ard, fill in the gap, and it's inevitable, like it's gonna happen. They should just lay back and try to enjoy it.
That was the statement that he made. Seriously.
He said if daughters are going to be ard and it's inevitable, it's going to happen, you might as well just lay back and enjoy it. This is what he said. Now let's hold on for a second. Let's unpack this, okay? Let's unpack it. First of all, we know it's crazy, and nobody would in the right mind would say that, and nobody should do it. Fight for your life. All right? But let's unpack this thing here. Do you like sex?
Yes, I'm just gonna follow along.
Good. Cool.
No clue where this is going.
So R is essentially sex. It's forcible sex, right?
Mhm.
So if R is happening,
Mhm.
we know that sometimes that leads to something else. There could be a physical abuse. So there could be punching, there could be strangling, there could be, well, death.
Right.
So what I think he was trying to say is to avoid a bad situation getting worse, you dying. You know when they say you see a bear play dead,
Right.
that type of vibe, right? Now, if you like sex, right,
Mhm.
and you're being ard and you play into it like you're enjoying it, you might have a better, not to actually this is fun, but you might have a higher likelihood of escaping with your life.
Right.
I think
Okay.
that is what he was trying to say.
Right. Right. Okay. Uh. Whew, wow. Okay. Yeah. No. 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 Listen. Uh. You don't have to be a genius to realize that if somebody is going to want to hurt you, they're going to do it regardless of whether or not you give them what they want. So if somebody's intention is to kill you, um, and they choose that they want to sexually do something, assault you first,
Right.
what's going to happen is they're still going to do it after, regardless of whether you fight. So, you know, I believe that the best thing for you to do is not let them get what they want. If you're going to go out, you might as well go out fighting for your life. That's just the way I feel. This is my personal opinion. This might be shocking to some people. I'm obviously not a female, so I can't be totally empathetic with the feelings and everything else that goes along with it. But I can tell you, as far as any TV show that I've watched, I know that when they have the hostage and they're trying to get information from that hostage, as soon as the hostage gives that information, they kill them. So I don't see how
Yeah, but
just
some
going along with it is going to help.
yeah, you're right. If that's the end goal, that's just what's going to happen. But some
Right.
people are just out for the R. And you fighting back and pissing that person off can really quickly escalate things. You got to remember, if somebody is just trying to go for the R, heck, even if
Mhm.
they just want to end your life, they still want to get away with it. So if you're doing things that are antagonizing them, oh, I got a good look at your face, right? As soon as this is done, I'm going to the cops, right? I'm gonna claw you. Like, all right, well, then kill you then,
Right.
because I don't want to get caught.
I just feel like that's the situation too. Like if that does happen, they're going to be like, I don't want to get caught, so now I have to get rid of you, right? If you fight you give yourself a better chance at least of getting away. It might not happen, but I guarantee you there's a better chance of you getting away doing that than just lying back and doing nothing. And I couldn't see somebody just going out and just becoming, a serial person that just goes around and just wants to deal with this girl and this girl and this girl, and I'm gonna sexually assault this girl, I'm gonna sexually assault this girl, I'm gonna do that, and not want to get rid of people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna leave everybody alive to see my face and go tell the cops. I just don't see that happening. So
That's a good point too. That's a good point.
There's a lot of There's a lot of factors that come into this that, like, it doesn't make sense. In Regan's statement, he must be assuming this is the first time this is ever being done by the guy or the girl, whoever is the attacker here. He must assume this is the first time they're ever doing it then.
Right. Because
no,
it's a good point.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's leaving evidence just lying on the floor? Like, you're leaving multiple forms of evidence, first of all, and then you want them to see your face. And even if you cover your face, you're gonna leave them alive with all that evidence on them,
all the DNA evidence. Yeah, exactly. You know what's weird though, and and obviously, again, to be clear, fight or I'll say this because I've never been in that situation. So men, ladies, whatever you think you need to do to get out of that situation alive, unharmed, do that. But here's the other thing too I wanted to touch on. How the hell is he able to say that? He wants to be in the Senate. He wants to make and pass laws.
What state did you say he's from?
Michigan,
Detroit.
How the hell are you able to even say that?
I don't know.
And
I don't know a lot about that.
He didn't even say women. He said daughters. He really drove the point home. He said daughters. So he's talking. Well, I guess every woman is someone's daughter, but you get what I'm saying. Like, he's really talking to. That is crazy to me.
Yeah. It's almost like he's also targeting it at young girls as well, though. When you say
that's
daughters,
true. When you say daughters, good point.
You just visualize young women.
Again, we're in Canada. Michigan is just right across a stone's throw. But
I don't know a lot about that state. See, that's why I can't.
No, I'm saying
8 Mile.
Trudeau. There you go. Trudeau did blackface. Ford. Well, we got a laundry list. Ford's brother, crack. I'm sure some of the other provinces done some crazy stuff too, but I'm keeping it Ontario.
John Tory's Jamaican sometimes.
There you go. It's a little culture, appropriation. But look, they're like, our guys are bad. They're not good. But this is crazy. Like, you shouldn't. But when you say something like that, automatically, yeah, we're not fooling with this guy anymore. But again, just able to say it, rocking and a rolling.
I mean, if he's comfortable, that's why I was so shocked by this statement in the first place. But
you thought it was Florida?
Yeah, I did think it was Florida first. I thought you were going to say Florida. But the fact that he was able to say it and feel so freely saying it, I mean, that says a lot about how comfortable he is with his position. That's what I'll say.
Well, but here's the other thing I was trying to allude to is, we know if you are running for office, you need to appeal to the people, baby. Whatever you think and believe in, the majority of the people, you guys got to be like-minded. That's how you're going to get them to vote for you.
There's got to be more to what he was saying. I
got
to look into this.
What I'm saying is, if he would say this so openly, because he wants them votes, obviously other people believe the exact same thing. Like, you're not going to say something that's going to,
That's what I mean.
You're going to go with
what I was trying to get at.
So
he has to be comfortable. There has to be some level of comfort with him making this statement, for him to do it so boldly and say it the way he said it. That's crazy. I have to see the whole thing of everything that he said, because I don't know if there's a context for, like,
what context?
It's like the Joe Rogan thing. There's no context where this is right, regardless of how you feel.
House Senate candidate made the outlandish comments during a Facebook live stream on Sunday, hosted by a conservative group, and quickly received harsh criticism from party leaders. Regan made the comments while telling another participant that it was not too late to decertify the 2020 presidential election. While making a crude analogy, the Kent County candidate said that he would tell his daughters, well, if it's inevitable, you should just lay back and enjoy it. Oh,
He
just
would
put
tell
a,
that to his daughters.
yeah, he said this is what he would tell his daughters. That's what he looks like. That's the guy right there.
Well, listen. Okay, you know what? I was gonna say something. It would not make it to the podcast.
There you go. So let's just not do that. We're having a hard enough time as it is.
Yeah,
Don't
it
make
would not make it to the podcast. Once you showed me that picture, never
Yeah,
mind.
we already know where you're going. Viewing public. Again, trying to look at this from an objective perspective here, if you can. Is there any sense in the nonsense? Is there even enough to take the bus? I don't think so. But what do you think? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We never hear anything about dudes by women. It's
No,
funny.
there was that one story, Oscar de la Hoya. He said when he was 13, he was molested and nobody cared.
There you go. There it is. There it is. They don't use the R word. It's molested or it's
Yeah,
taken advantage of. It's
right.
never the R word ever.
Nobody cared either way. Poor
No one
Oscar.
ever cares.
Oscar
All right,
was
man.
Oscar.
Viewing public, leave it in the comments, yo. Deuces.
At that point, people cared more about Oscar Mayer than Oscar de la Hoya.
Well, what if it wasn't? Okay, see, I got to stop, man. You got to stop setting them up because I'm going to knock them down.